I'm here because I don't like the idea that the government has of the world, their concept of the world. A world without freedom, a system that is very limited, and without freedom. I have to stop now. No, not yet. But the police has just informed us that we have to disperse this crowd, this assembly. In the newspapers, they they published that this meeting, this assembly would be postponed. They said that we finished hours ago, but that's not true. The most important thing is that we are protesting in peace. I'm calling on all police officers who receive orders to break up this assembly to reject those orders. We have the right to protest. They want to send us home. The government is just using you. We're asking you to exercise your right to protest and to reject government orders to shut down this rally. What is happening here has nothing to do with democracy. And the people I've spoken to have said the same thing. There is a fake pandemic out there, and we have the right to protest. It is one of the most important ideas in a democracy, the right to peaceful protest. This is a peaceful protest, and one of the largest that Germany has ever seen. This is the expression of the desire of the people. Every one of us here is peaceful. We are peaceful. We will reject any violence. We just hope that the police will listen to what our lawyer has said. We are protesting peacefully. We want to be peaceful. We want peace. We want liberty. Everyone, please sit down if there's enough room. Please sit down. Let the police drag you away. They know that we are in the right. Please sit down. Everyone sit down. What we're doing here peacefully today is very important. It's sending out a signal. I've just been told that the police is trying to break up this protest. Please use the park. We are resisting and it's our right. It's in the Constitution. So please, we have the right to resist, to protest. Ask the police to reject the orders they have received from the government. We are asking the police to reject government orders. We are staying here. We are staying here. Please sit down on the ground. They're going to have to drag us away if need be. Please sit down, all of you. We are the people. We are the people. Dictatorship. We are the people. We're asking the police officers who are here to also sit down and protest with us. Please understand that we are peaceful protesters. We are not violent. Please sit down. Let us sit down. The Berlin Police Department will make an announcement. Will release a statement. I'm telling everyone who is here and all protesters that this protest is over because you are not obliging by government orders to maintain social distancing. So please go home. This is an order. Please go home. That is an order. Once again, please go home. That's it. We don't really have a choice. You don't really have a choice. You have to go home because you're not following government orders. This protest is over. Please go home. This meeting ended at 4 p.m. Please, you have to leave now. Otherwise, you will be committing a crime. If you do not leave the park, You may be prosecuted. We're going to stay right here. Freedom. Please sit down. We are the people. Let's stay here. Let's continue. This protest ended at 4 p.m. You must leave the premises. If you remain here, you will be breaking the law. Please leave the premises. This is our last warning. There are many of us here. We are many. Take off your mask. You have a whole country behind you. We could be brothers and your sisters. We could grab a beer together. We can be friends. Please don't continue with this crap. We could be brothers. We could be your brothers. What are we going to tell our children? What are we going to tell the children? Are we going to tell them to maintain social distancing? All of this is a lie. This pandemic is a lie. Please maintain social distancing. Okay, whatever. It's a shame to the people of this country, but we cannot obey the police's orders. It, it's sad, but they've abandoned me. They left me alone. The police has left me alone. Thank you for being here. Regardless of race or religion, it's important for us to stay here because the police can't do anything against all of us. There are more people coming out to the streets. Thank you very much. More people are arriving. They're taking to the streets. I am defending our freedom. I might be charged with a minor offense, but with regard to forward-thinking ideas in this country, they don't want us to protest. We were not allowed to protest. I think there will be a, sh- um, a media shitstorm here around this protest. We just want freedom. You can see that what they wanted to do hasn't worked. We are peacefully resisting, as is our right by the Constitution. There are about 20,000 people here. It's incredible. But there were probably more. We estimate that over 1 million people protested across the country, possibly 3 million. Berlin is full of protesters. The media is lying about the number of people who are protesting. We are we want to force the media to be honest. The government again has crossed the line here today. It's incredible that they're using the pandemic as an excuse to not allow people to protest peacefully. It doesn't matter how many people gather. It's very dangerous for a democracy. This is a very basic law. No, it wasn't like this. It hasn't ever been like this. Not even during the Third Reich, and it's not going to be like this now. They will not take away our freedoms. What type of strategy do you have? I don't have any sort of strategy. We're not working against the police. We're not against the police. Today was a good day. It's very hot, so we all have to be careful. Stay hydrated. I want to tell the police that we love them, that we're all brothers. We're all Christians here. But there are those like Angela Merkel who is using this pandemic to advance her own interests. Today we said no. We love police officers. We love the police. I'm also thinking and I'm happy that so many people have showed up. $1.3 million people protested. They cannot be ignored. Peace and freedom. That's what we want. If you know anyone who can bring water here, please come here and take care of your friends. Help us. Please come out here and join us. Every man counts. Every man counts. We need water. If the police won't let you through, tell them that people here need water. They can't let us die of thirst. It doesn't work like that. They are taking away our freedom. They can't do that. We're here. We're here and we're boisterous because they want to take away our freedoms. Resisting is our obligation. And it's also that of the police and their part of their freedom. We're here today to protect ourselves. And we're here to exercise our right to protest. Please clear the stage. Don't you want to be free? The government is screwing you over. Is screwing you over. The government is screwing us over. They're screwing us. They've sold out. We're here and we're boisterous. We're loud because they want to take our freedoms. They want to take away our freedoms. We want to be free. That's why we're here. And we're going to stay here. We will stay right here. One 1.3 million people gathered here today. 1.3 million. Now we're going to have a conference after all. The government turned off, the police turned off a microphone. Thank you for the megaphone. After this protest, we have seen that we can exercise our right to protest and to assemble, and our freedom of speech. We can exercise those rights, but there is still a looming threat, which is that we might not be allowed to vote next year. We've seen this in Hong Kong. The government canceled elections there. There is no reason why people shouldn't be allowed to vote. This is affecting all of us. Because regardless of the reason, we are supposed to vote for two parties that are already part of the government. There are no exceptions. Today, I am ashamed that I voted for the Green Party. There are no exceptions. The Green Party is mutating more quickly than a virus. But what are we going to do about it? If we don't want to vote, if we're not allowed to vote, we will have lost. They will silence millions. We have to protect our right to vote for the party of our choice during elections. There are a few independent parties here in Germany. Next week, I will meet with 8 parties who would like to create an alliance, a political alliance. Said alliance has a name. It's a very interesting name. The name is Basta Ya. Enough is enough. The name of the party is Enough is Enough. Again, the name of that political alliance is Enough is Enough. We're going to hear it one more time. Enough is enough. The alliance will if the money, although it is a construct by the government, money also has to be a tool and nothing more. Most transactions around the world are used to speculate and not for the exchange of goods. Please, please take a look at a banknote. There is a very important symbol on it, and anyone can see it. It's a copyright mark, it's intellectual property. Money that you've worked for, that you've worked so hard for, does not belong to you. It is not yours. It does not belong to the Central European Bank either. They just print money, but they don't own it. That money belongs to the Federal Reserve in the United States. All other banks are just franchises. Franchises. It's like McDonald's. A franchise like McDonald's. Well, banks are the same thing. 107 years ago, the Federal Reserve in the United States became the owner of money around the world, and no one can control the monster that it has become, not even Bill Gates. Only the Federal Reserve owns money, can own money. We have to create alternative currencies. With the euro, we have our own currency. But this pandemic has nothing to do with health. It has to do with money. It's just an excuse. Our markets are saturated. I mean, what else could go wrong? Apart from a war, we have the coronavirus. Now, we are receiving help because of the coronavirus pandemic. And that money, the economic measures for the people, the money we have, we will have to pay back through our work. And then we will have to give all that money to the coronavirus movement, if you will. There is absolutely no interest in doing that. We reject another lockdown. The economy will collapse and inflation will skyrocket. We will lose a lot of jobs. We will become a poor country quickly. We have spent too much money on the coronavirus pandemic. But of course, we're going to have to pay it back one day to the government. And that's going to stop. It's not good for us. We don't have enough money to take care of our families, to support our families. That means that there are over 2 million people who are unemployed here. Michael, you've earned your place in history in this country. We've begun a very important movement. There are many of us. Then thank you very much. It was a great achievement what happened here today. It was great. And you should know that we support you in whatever you do. Without him, none of this would have been possible. Thank you, Mikhail. Our motto is I say peace, you say freedom. Peace, freedom.